Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's mighty Tuesday. It's the day of the woman. Rejoice. Come together. Unite. That's right. Unite. Hey, Alex. Long time no see, girl. What's going on, Brent? Good morning, Diane. I know where you been, girl. Happy Tuesday. It is the day of the sob, the day of the woman, the day of the strong ass bitch. That is right. I got the first like. Woo! Jade gave me the first like. Anywho, good morning. Good afternoon to some of you. On my time, it is morning. That is right. It is morning. I'm trying to move and groove. It's been cool in the morning times. I love opening up my house in the morning. Happy Women's Day to all you strong ass bitches. Let's be real. Every day is thy woman's day. But Tuesday, we celebrate, we rejoice, and we unite as one. If you're a cranky bitch, we don't want you. No. If you're judgy, we don't want you. If you're miserable, I could help you. But if you're going to project it onto others, we don't want you. No. We are here to love and support and to bring everybody together. With your new tattoo. Yes. Not so sunny Manchester. Well, let me tell you, Amanda, I wish we had a not so sunny Sacramento. That's for sure. That's for sure. Because, let me tell you, my electricity bill has gone up double because of the air conditioning. So, I could use with it none. You know what I mean? We don't want you. Well, JL, I don't know why you're here. Because we don't want you. Been raining? No, you would not love to be in Sacramento. I'm sorry, Diane. R.I.P. to your hubby. It sucks. Do I have solar? No. 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 We don't have solar because Dan wasn't going to buy. If he wanted to buy it, he would buy it himself. And we got no money for solar. You know what I mean? It just rained in Louisiana. Alex, I'm jealous. My daughter's there too. Hello from sunny San Diego. Hey, Miss Tates, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Happy day of the sob. He was so fun, GSR. So when I go back for my niece and nephews, we're going back to him. Yeah. So anyhow, you guys, time to get moving. Coach Miller, I'm on a 5% incline. Bruh, easy. Easy. I'm old, I'm 50. I already had an orgasm this morning. And now I'm running at a 0.5 incline. So we gotta take it easy on my old body because we can't overdo it. Did you like how I threw that in there? No, not by myself. My husband gave me one. Once in a while we do fornicate, you know, and once in a while I do ejaculate. Can I say that? Hey Surrey. Hey Surrey. Turn on Do Not Disturb. And let me tell you, he's lucky he got the Poontang. Let me tell you why. I told him, I said, good, I can't wait to tell my people tomorrow. And he said, I bet you can't. So, he still got it. I did. Once in a while, I let it loose. You know, and if I'm going to let it loose, I might as well enjoy it, right? Took me a while because I was kind of grumpy this morning. and I didn't want to be fiddled with, but that's me every day. So I thought he was whining last night because, he got a quickie yesterday morning, and then he tries to get it, midday, and then he tries to get it at evening, and I'm reading my book, and he's like, well, I just want to spend time with you. I said, what are we doing? We're spending time together. I'm reading my book, you're in bed, we're intertwined. That's cuddling. That's time together. And then he proceeds to whine, no, time is what? Sex? Yeah, sometimes. Well, every day. Sometimes, I said, he goes, no, I just want to be close to you. Close to you. And I was like, we are close. And I'm like, if it doesn't involve penetration, he's like, no, I just don't want penetration. Dan wants he wants to fiddle and play at the playground. I don't want to play at the playground all the time. I just don't want to be played with. I don't want to chase. I don't want to climb the monkey bars, hang upside down. I don't want to swing and jump off the swing set sometimes. I just want to get to my book, right? All the time, all the time, all the time, right? And I'm like, we're 50, you're 56, I'm 50. Once a day is fine. It's fine to fornicate once a day. We don't need to break any records at 56 and 50. Twice a day. Who does he think he is? So anyhow, he was pouting, went to bed, and then I go to the bathroom and he comes back like excited. He's like, oh, can we play? Can we? I just said no, So he's like, well, because I have my reading light. And so he's like, ooh, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? He's like, I don't like the way your little pot belly looks in this light. Did you hear me? You what? I love the way your pot belly looks in this light. My pot belly? He goes, I love a pot belly. Dan, how many times do I tell you, it's not something you say to a woman, especially one who's insecure about her pot fucking belly. And hold on, we're not done. Nope, we ain't done. Are you ready? Are y'all ready for this one? Yeah, we're not done. And then he proceeds to pull it down lower, my shorts, and he said, you know what it reminds me of? Right when you were pregnant. You remember when you were pregnant and you were just starting to show? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Are you? Yeah, it's 50 Shades of fucking Dan. I said, get the fuck, hell no, and I can't wait to bust your ass on social media tomorrow. Yeah, I love it. I loved when you first started showing. I want to pull your boxers down lower so I can see it because it goes all the way down here. Bitch, get the fuck out of my room. Get the fuck out of my... Yeah. Y'all think he's Rico Suave. Yeah, telling his woman, he's like, I love a pot belly. Motherfucker. You may. I sure as hell don't. So, yeah. You want him? There he is, y'all. There he is. You can have him. All those women. He's so sweet. She treats him so bad. He's the greatest husband ever. Yeah. I get slathered. And Dan's the angel. Well, maybe you need to work on yourself, Danielle. You had said that you've been eating too many chips. Fuck you. Oh, he knows he's getting busted out too. I told him. Dan would never. See, Mags, he plays to his audience. I see. Dan plays to the audience, right? There's a difference between me and Dan. If I lose a follower because I believe in big pharma and women's rights and common sense and unity and togetherness and kindness, if I lose them because they see, CNN's on our TV, which doesn't define anything, right? We had a friend, right? MAGA on the board doesn't define who we are. There's other people who come in and out of our house. If I lose people because of their assumptions, right? I don't care, because that's their right. They don't want to take the time to get to know me for the person that I am. They want to judge me for what they see. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? TikTok, for the love of God. Anywho, as I was saying before, the mass reporters are tapping away. If I want to lose followers because they're assuming, right, things about me that may or may not be true, or it doesn't fit in with their, in their box, that's okay. Toodaloo, right? Dan is Switzerland. So, bullying and harassment. For what? That's the quickest way to get somebody taken down. So, anyhow. So, I'm like, that's okay. I don't give a shit, right? People need to, if I don't fit in their box because of what they're assuming or who they're assuming I vote for, what's on my TV, we don't want them anyway, right? We don't want them anyway. I'm not going to cater to people who don't respect me for me, right? It shouldn't matter who you vote for. It shouldn't matter what your beliefs are, what religion you are, because really it's about the person. It's about the person. So he was pissed off because, my friends were joking around and put MAGA on the board. And people are like, oh, I thought you were liberal. Oh, I'm unfollowing. What? What? Do you even take the time? Well, I don't want your judgment. He gets upset. I don't give two shits. Like me, love me for who I am, or don't. But I ain't gonna cater to you guys so I can fit into your mold. There's slow down damage. UMSL, you have to talk to his doctor, right? You have to talk to his doctor. So anyhow, I don't give a shit. Dan does. So that's why I'm more outspoken than him. That's why I am the way I am. Because I've heard it, PX. I realize I've heard, that's his first one. That's why I'm upfront and honest. I don't fib. I might embellish, right? But I don't use Scott. However, Heather, don't get me started. One day, Dan came back with a case of Scott toilet paper because it was on sale at CVS. Motherfucker, you have to use a whole case of it to wipe your ass. You guys used to be so positive. Nick, I'm sorry you have ugliness and judgment in your eyes. That's all I'm gonna say to you. So anyhow, y'all, I am what I am. And one thing I can promise you, is I don't act for anybody. I speak with my heart. I speak with honesty. I don't hide from the truth. So I love bidets, but I have bidets in every bathroom. But Dan still uses toilet paper. You should see the clump of toilet paper after he takes his morning shit in the morning time. I'm like, bruh, I mean, the purpose of the bidet is to cut back on usage. Cut back on usage. Why is there a dump of toilet paper in there? Gotta make sure my ass is clean. I mean, what? Why don't you just bring some soap and wash it while you're there? He clogs up the toilet, right? He clogged up the toilet because he leaves it there. He bitches about me about piling up my pee. Shit. Anyhow. So, and that's what I do. David, he's always got to be ready. It's one thing about Dan, he will tell you his ass is always spick and span. He never leaves any remnants in his underpants. No, never remnants. Always clean. Slick. You can probably eat off of his ass after a shit. He doesn't, because there's nothing in the toilet, just his wad of toilet paper. Anyhow. So, I promise you that, and I know majority of you stay because you know I'm honest. I don't give a shit about followers. And if I offend somebody, that's on you. It's not me. Because my intent is not to offend, and people need to toughen up, right? Toughen up. Well, guys, I'm watching Chelsea Handler today. There was a clip with her and Kevin Hart. Does anybody follow Chelsea Handler? Anybody? She's a hoot. I've always been a fan of Chelsea. She had Kevin Hart on her show. She has a talk show. And bye, Tana. And Kevin Hart sitting there in a camouflage shirt and glasses. And anybody see that one? And he's like, what? She's looking at him. And he's like, what the fuck you gotta say, Chelsea? What the fuck you gotta say? And she's like, no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. He goes, no. What the fuck you gotta say? And she's like, why the fuck are you looking like Malcolm X right now? Why the fuck are you looking like Malcolm X? And what the hell with the, I mean, come on. Why does it take two comedians to toss the shit back and forth? And it's okay, right? It's okay. They pick on each other, just like I pick on Dan. Now, I'm not saying I'm a comedian. I do try to be funny, but you guys, and then you want to run and tattle to TikTok. Oh, bullying and harassment, for what? What did I just do? I didn't even pick on anybody, for fuck's sake. Yeah, Jill, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid that people have too much time on their hands and want to bitch about your honesty. First of all, don't ask me my opinion, right? Right, Jill? Don't ask me my opinion. Sometimes people say, well, what do you think? And I'm like this. What? I'm asking you, what's your opinion? Well, what version do you want? What do you want? The sugar-coated version? Or do you want Danielle? Right? Ooh, David. Ew. Hi, Steven. It's not all the same. But Chelsea, poor Chelsea. So, I ask. And then when they look scared after I told them, I said, well, you asked. But I don't give it unless they ask. Oh, shitballs. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. A lot of people don't ask for my opinion anymore. Because I like Cat Williams too. He is funny. I like the dirty, raunchy, and the inappropriate. Because that's me. Dirty, raunchy, and inappropriate. So what Dan tried to throw in my face last night. He's like, let's get raunchy. Motherfucker, who the fuck do you think you are? He's like, oh, you do it on your show. Yes, I'm embellishing. Well, let's get raunchy in the room. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Cindy. Anyhow, yeah, this guy. This guy. Yeah. Bye, Alex. Love you. So, if you want my opinion, I give it. And let me tell you, social media I was always very sugarcoating in my ways. I'm hungry too. I love dark humor. I love the dark humor. My kids, I keep like dark, like talking about my own death. My kids hate it. They're like, Mom, can you stop talking about your death? I'm like, I'm just preparing you. Stop it. Well, I'm gonna die. Mom, stop. I'm dying, Hannah. Mom, goodbye. See, you're fine. I just choked up my mucus. You ain't going anywhere, girl. But I love, am I afraid he's going to cheat on me with a younger woman? Dan, are you kidding me? Who's going to cheat with him? Have you seen his hair? Hi, Guaco. Dan likes to get nasty. Yes, Dan likes to talk. Dan likes, he would love to role play. He would love me to strip tease for him, right? All the while I'm like, come on, baby, take your woman and throw her down. And he's like, that's not what I'm talking about. Take your train and let's drive it through my tunnel. No, Danielle. Put your hot dog in my bun. Nope, that's not what I'm talking about. I can't do it. Yeah, no, I don't worry about cheating. Here's, oh, kimono. No, GSR. Here's what I think. If my man cheats on me, that's his loss. Because he'll find himself broke and homeless. You know, broke and homeless. It takes a weak man to cheat, a weak woman to cheat. Your relationship woes are not an excuse to cheat. If you can't fix your relationship, get the fuck out of it. Get the fuck out of it. Don't cheat and think you have a valid reason why. Hi, Chessie. Hi, Chessie. A kimono. Was she naked underneath, Trina? Actually, it was the same way. Yeah, people want to validate. Yeah, I'll send over your dirty one. If you want to cheat, you're going to be broke and on your ass. Go home to mama. Go home to mama. Again, Jake, I just said, validate. There's no validation for cheating. There's none. Well, people validate. Well, if you don't give it up, then you expect your man to cheat and he gets a free pass. That's ugly. That's ugly. So basically, no, not acceptable. Fix your relationship. If it's unfixable, get out of the relationship and then be on your way. Stop validating that it's okay to cheat because your wife doesn't give it up. Stop, even in my relationship, you don't really know what goes on with my sexual relationship. Pretty much, but you don't really know. I told you I had a really good orgasm this morning, but other than that, I share what I want to share.
The same thing goes on in our relationship as every relationship. I want it more.
We're not even talking about that, Mr. I want it more, but I told them about your pot belly comment and your pregnancy belly comment.
That's content I gave you.
Oh.
I gave you that content.
Now he's validating his stupidness on content. Oh, here we go.
Was it not a good comment?
It was stupid.
It was low. Your belly was bloated low. That's it. Like when you first got pregnant, it was a sweet comment.
And here he is.
That was a compliment.
That was a compliment.
You were never more beautiful than when you were like 6 weeks pregnant.
Do you hear this?
Beautiful.
And you guys think I
A
lie.
little bump.
You guys think I lie when I tell you the shit. Now,
I call it the bump of love.
the bump of fucking love. But he wouldn't touch me when I was pregnant. But now he loves it.
Oh, really?
I would always put your hand on my belly, feel your babies. You're like, ugh, that's gross.
Well, I don't want to feel things sticking out.
See? Yeah. Yeah. The bump of love. Yeah, what woman wants to be talked with their bump? You want your husband grabbing your belly, shaking it, and be like, God, I love this belly. What?
Pulp Fiction, pot belly.
Huh?
Pot belly scene.
So-
Google it. Pulp Fiction.
Everybody who thinks that Dan is perfect, right? Everybody who thinks that he's so kind,
Nobody's
sincere, loving, you know, he pokes the fucking shit out of me. He does that on purpose, right? He does that shit on purpose. He comes out here to irritate me. So he just does it in a different way. I'm louder about it and more verbose and to the point. And he comes out here looking like an innocent little fucker. Like, I'm not doing anything. I just miss my wife and I just want to be a part of her daily life. This morning, I was doing my video for my litter box. And this fucker with his head had to go in there. It's my video.
I was helping.
It's my video. He's a poker. So everybody who goes, oh my God, she's so disrespectful to her husband. She's so mean. I don't know why
You are mean to me.
she's with him. He's mean to me too. Call my belly a pot fucking belly. Whose belly's bigger, bitch? And his tits are bigger than mine too, so there's that. There you have it. He's an instigator. And you know who was an instigator? His father was a poker. Yes, he was a poker. He poked to get the reaction out of people. He loved it. He thrived on it. It was like his sport every day, is to piss people off. So that's Dan's way to piss me off. So yes, I retaliate in my way. And he does it in his way. It happens. Fight, bite, happy, happy, fight, fight. Yeah. 48 years? How did you do it? Shit. I'm going on 27. 27. Rowdy, you should know better than put me on in a doctor's office. Come on. He poked me this morning, yes, and that poke was nice. It was a nice poke. The origami came on fast and strong. That's fine, and he liked it. Makes him feel manly, you know, to give his woman the origami. Do men just walk around patting their backs when their woman has a origami? Do they like, yes, I did it. God, I'm a stud. I know how to work the system. Just like you, honey, we have an imagination. You know what I mean? Just like you, I have an imagination. I got it going myself. Just with a little help with your fingers. Strumming the violin. Strumming my pain with his fingers. Feeling his love with his dong. Poking it in so slowly and softly. He's going inside. He's embarrassed. He left. Oh, shit. Yeah. Now I'm going to think about Dan and Danielle having sex now when I hear that song. Oh, shit. I wouldn't know. Oh, Goodman, stop it. I know your hands have been used. The goal is to knock the little man out of the boat. The goal is to the little man to be underwater. Rolando! I embarrassed Dan. He gave me an orgasm this morning. So I was just bragging for him because, you know, he's always bitching and how he doesn't get anything and how I don't allow him to play on the playground, and I'll let him do it this morning. You know, once every so often, you got to keep them in line once in a while, you know. And then, hi, country cowboy. I love quickies that I felt like I had to give him the whole playground experience. So I did it. And it's just leading up to the weekend of playground experiences. But like you said last night, you know, he could piss me off in Vegas this weekend and I could kick him off the monkey bars. So you never know. So let me get some in now. Let him frolic. Give him a little tease, you know what I mean? And so I might as well get the benefit. It was working up itself. My head went a little too deep. I allowed myself to relax and to stop thinking about the chores I needed to do. You know what I mean? So, boom! Well, hey there. And you know, here's the thing. Hi, Em, thank you. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like orgasms anymore. They exhaust me. It's like a mood killer. It makes me so tired. It's like my body is fucking 50. It can't handle that stress and the release. Now I feel like I need a nap. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. So, you know, I fight them off because I don't want them. You know, what the hell? Why are we so tired? Why are we so tired? Why does it make me tired? It's like a sugar high, you know? And then boom, it's gone. You know, it's so great at the moment, and then boom, you're crashed and burned, and now I need a nap. Just something I couldn't make it this year. I would love to make it an annual Vegas trip. Yeah, but maybe we should shoot for a non-July moment. Keeps them in line. Yeah, Kim, I agree. You got to give it to them. Yeah. I'm afraid of coming and going at the same time. It's exhausting, you guys. Orgasms are exhausting. Any women over 50 who have the same issue, he did say that. You know, he wants me to come every day. If Dan had his way, he would want to fornicate for like 45 minutes to an hour. I pull my hands back. I love it. I love it. You know, Goodman, your wife's just looking out for you. You know, you're 70 now. She doesn't want you to break a hip in the act. Then how is she going to feel? Post-visitor playtime. What does that mean? Did you say yes, yes? No. Who screams after they? No, I'm really weird with communicating during sex. I don't want to talk. Don't talk. It takes away the focus. Don't do it. No, I'm almost dead after 5 minutes. What the fuck is all that for? Sean, men have it easy. They're so used to coming, right? Into a hand, into a shirt, into a tissue, into on the shower wall, in a Kleenex, tissue Kleenex shirt. And women and men, I don't know, wherever your orifice of choice is. But it's like, it doesn't affect them the way it does. You know? Do you have, Goodman, do you have ED? That should be said wrong. Oopsie. Not where I was aiming for. I have to do all the work they can just lay there. No, not all women just lay there. Not all women. I mean, I just lay there because, you know, if you want to sit and take this time, then do it. I'll just lay and be a dead fish. But as I really don't want all this to begin with. I'm trying to get them off early. Not that way, but like, I'm trying to get it done and over with. You know what I mean? I don't want to be, because my mind is ADHD, y'all. I'm thinking about what I got to do next. So if you take too long, I'm already off in, you know, Timbuktu. So I would prefer the quickies. I don't need a O every time. Once a month, twice a month, fine. But I know, Mindy, I did it this morning. But he wants me to get off all the time. I don't need to. I don't want to. Jade, you are an anomaly. That is true. But yeah, so anyhow, it is what it is. That's just my shit. I'd rather be less than a minute. And he's like, I'd rather just use my hand. Well, then use it and leave me the fuck alone. So, you know what I mean? You will marry a toy? God, Dan would be like loving it. The Dick in the Nightstand by Danae Hayes. Oh my God, it's so funny. I love quickies. Well, Dan says, if you're not going to get into it, then I'll just do it myself. That's his new thing. That's his new thing. What the fuck is that? I thought you always wanted a hole. Now, like that's a threat to me? Fine. I'll just do it myself. Do what you need to do. I mean, what? Bye. Boy, bye. Power to the toys. They take too long. Yeah, I don't take control. No, everything else but the act. It's not important to me. You guys, it's not important to me like it is for a lot of people. I just not. And maybe I'll find my day, my moment. I had my moment. I'm just not in that point in my life right now where it's that important to me. And that's okay. To each his own, right? It doesn't mean that Dan's gonna go cheat on me. It'd be too much work. Y'all, well, you should worry. He should go cheat on you. No. It's fine. He's got to just accept the new me. Did you ever have years you thought it wouldn't work? Yes, Abby. Yes. Here's the thing, you guys. My marriage isn't perfect, and I don't know what marriage is perfect. There was many bumps in the road. There was about a moment 10 years ago where I thought I was leaving, for reasons that I don't want to discuss, but, we had trouble. I'm not painting this picture that we are this like couple that doesn't have shit, Dan's the type of guy who, he doesn't believe in divorce unless you cheat. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. It happens. And he understood, at that moment, he was like, I get it. If that's your decision, I completely understand. And somehow we made it work, so it happens. It's a lot. There's so much history we have that it took me a long time to turn it around though, because I was so angry at him. I was angry, I was angry. That's normal. That's what normal is. The bumps in the road, he would say his biggest bump is not enough sex, right? Everything's perfect in a man's life other than their sex life. Bye, Jane. And if they have it, Dan, I think in order for Dan to be happy sexually, he would have to have sex twice a day. Twice a day. I don't think he would be happy other than that. I think he would be content with twice a day. Who has time for twice a day? And he wants all the kit and caboodle for twice a fucking day. And no intimacy. See, and that's what Dan says. Once a day is fine. Bullshit. You had it yesterday and you still wanted it at night. Of course, it's very difficult. Dan's a great guy. Don't take him for granted. Yeah, well, and Jamie, my relationship isn't toxic. But let me tell you that, he wasn't always the best guy, right? And he would admit that. And, he sacrificed his needs before his family sometimes. So, and that's just what happens. We all get lost. We grow in different ways sometimes. We take different routes, and sometimes, what is it, Dan? Two worlds collide, two paths collide. What Robert Frost, two paths collide. And there's many times that we were just on two different paths. He is a work in progress, and it hasn't always been easy. And we have our moments, life has gotten easier as we've aged, you have to initiate it. Yeah, two paths divergent of what. I knew it was something with the diverging and merging and shit. Yeah, the party years were tough. Because I was in a different, mindset. I was in the, parenting, young kids. I was still naive. I was still young. I was still like wanting this picturesque family, right? I wanted what I didn't have growing up. And he was starting a business. He was experiencing great accomplishments. He was making a shit ton of money, and he diverged. He diverged without me. You know, it happens. Sometimes it's the women who diverge. So anyhow, it is what it is. What I needed to go is my electric handheld massager. There's no judgment. You got to do what you got to do every 10 years. But you're financially stable if he left you. Were you financially stable? I'm going to tell you a secret. No, if I left him, was I financially, would I be financially stable if he left me today? Yes. Because 50-50, right? But at the moment that we were thinking about separating, his mom offered me money. I don't even know if Dan knows that. But at the time, she saw the pain that I was in, and she offered me money. She said, Danielle, I understand, and you know, whatever she said, and she said, if you need it, I have $20,000. She offered me $20,000 to leave. If I needed it, because she knew that, you know, I was a stay-at-home mom, and she understood because she saw what was happening, and she knew where I was. She offered me 20 grand. Mm-hmm. Now, and that was out of the blue. She called me. So I don't know, Dan, did you know that? I don't know if I ever told Dan. But she told me. She actually said, you need to leave him. I think the only way of getting through to him is leaving him, you know, and I'll give you money because I know you don't have any. So that was one of the best things ever. I mean, it gave me security, right? It made me feel like, because my mom wasn't home. My mom wasn't alive at the time. So I was alone. What was I gonna do? I was a mom of 3 kids with no money, you know? She did. Yeah, Dan's in the chat. She did. She lived a certain part of that relationship, right? She lived a certain part of that relationship, so she understood in ways that, you know, morphed into everybody loves Raymond's parents. That's kind of how we are, GSR. I mean, Dan and I are like an old married couple, right? We're bitching. We're bitching about, you know, the water, the food we feed Ed. You know, it's like having a kid again. Don't feed that to my dad. Shut the fuck up, he's fine. Don't tell me what to do, that's my dad. Oh my God, Dan, relax, you eat it. Doesn't mean I want him eating it. Oh my God. We're still time and I have a new life. We go, but have separate accounts. You know, I can tell you that we had separate accounts when I worked. We had separate accounts when I worked. And I think it was better because we fought over money and then I separated. You know, Dan, of course, paid majority of it because he made more money than I did, but I paid daycare, I paid the health insurance. But I can tell you something. He loves me, you know? I love him, and I think he loves me more for being able to do all this shit that I did, you know? Being able to take care of the shit when it got tough. Being there for his kids, raising great kids. They're brats, but they're great kids, you know? I think he is proud of me in so many different ways. Even though he doesn't tell me all the time, I know it because I did do a lot, you know, and I still do. And now here I am helping take care of his dad. And I don't want to do it sometimes, right? Last couple days, I'm like, Dan, I can't do it. My hormones are raging and I'm ready to scream. But I still do it. You know, I still do it. But we have a love. You know, like I explain to my kids all the time, I said, you know, when you get old enough, right, and you get married and have that relationship, you learn to sacrifice for some things because you love. Sometimes love isn't enough, You're right. And sometimes there was a point in my marriage where love wasn't enough. That foundation that we built together wasn't enough. You know, I was lost, I was sad, and I didn't have a partner at that time. I didn't have a mom to help me through it. I didn't have those things that were important.
Hey, at that time, you had lost your mother, and that's a very traumatic event. That alone can be a big stress on a marriage when you lose somebody close to you. We were also into drugs at the time. We were not realistic. Everything was new. It was a bad time in my life. A bad time.
And he worked with, you know, they're just...
And then I quit. I quit all the bad stuff. Man, that was even tougher. We had to quit all that stuff, and we fought. Remember, you were still drinking, and I said, I can't drink, I can't do that. There were times when...
That pissed me off.
Well,
because he made me sign a contract. My kids still remember that today. They were so pissed, and it still has. It's still. Oh my God, they are so mad. They still bring that up. They are so pissed off because he had a problem, right? He had a problem. He said, "Well, this is Dan. Dan's such a baby. Well, I need you to do it with me. I need you to hold my hand." He made me sign a contract the day I was going out to the lake with the kids, where I would have had a couple drinks. Made me sign a fucking contract saying I wouldn't drink. Wouldn't drink. What the fuck? Who is he? My kids were so mad. I don't even know if they still bring that up. Like fucking dad making you sign that stupid contract.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But that was the time what was going on in our lives.
Because I need you to be better for me, so that way I can be better.
This was the problem. I got you into a lot of bad habits, and then I got out of them, and you were still in them. You still gamble. I got you into that. I quit. You still do it. So it's not like I don't recognize why you started, but I did. If I didn't quit, then we probably wouldn't be here, right? You have to make change when you reach a brick wall in your life.
So my kids, they're still pissed off that they bring that contract.
But it was good. That led to where we are today. Those lessons made
and
us
then
stronger.
my oldest, and this is why Jennifer, you know, and then Jennifer's like, and she was so mad at me that day. Jennifer had to have been, how old is she? So Jennifer was about 15, I think, about 10 years ago, I'm going to say. And we went out to the lake, and I didn't have one fucking drink because I was pissed, right? I was like, this fucker. You know, because drinking at that point wasn't, I could take it or leave it. It wasn't a big thing for me. But he made it seem like it was a big thing for me.
It was a big thing.
Anyhow.
You were drinking a lot.
Dan, please, my story.
No, but I'm telling you.
Talk about yourself. I'm talking about me.
Casually doing stuff. You were unhealthy.
So anyhow, at that time for me, it wasn't a big deal. I'm telling you. Today, like, if he told me to drink, I tell him to fuck off. But, or said stop drinking or stop gambling. Like, who are you? I'm fucking 50. I'm not going to sit here and live under your, you know, societal guise of, you know, manipulation because you don't do it. But back then, I was a little pussy. I was a pussy. So I remember Jennifer, during that whole time, kept coming up to me, Mom, go get a drink. Mom, go get a drink. I'm like, Jennifer, I don't want to drink. Go get a drink. Go get a drink here. And she kept bringing me drinks because that pissed her off so bad. I never told you that. She was
you know what? We set a bad example for our kids with the drinking.
Oh, Jesus.
We did it. And our friends,
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm glad we showed them that
Anyhow.
we don't do that anymore.
You're going to have to run away from him.
Look at their friends.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. No, and you know, he lets me have my time. Like Dan is, like now, he's not the same way now because he's different now. Like when I'm in Vegas, when I was in Vegas with the first time 2 years ago with my group of friends, he goes, when he's ready, he's like, I'm going to see you later, have fun. You know, don't come back too late. All right. You know, but he lets me do my thing. He doesn't pull me off. He knows, you know, we're going with a big group of people. So it's not like, you know, Dan's that type of guy that when he's done, he leaves. Sometimes everybody's like, where's Dan? He just leaves. He does the whole, what's it called? The Irish exit. And I'm like, oh, he's probably back in the room. You know, Dan and I, when we're in those, you know, it's different for him now. He doesn't like it. You know, it makes him mad.
Like that. I have to stop after.
He doesn't drink like that. He doesn't like putting money. You know, money's different these days, right? It was different back then. It was still stupid, but we had more expendable money. So it's different. But yeah, he's not control. I mean, he gets pissed when I'm like, oh, I'm going to the casino. Ugh, of course you are. Remember, you guys, I'm gonna retire. I mean, I'm retired and I'm dying soon. So I hope you're saving.
For you, right. Not for me, for you.
Anyhow, but yeah, no. And I'm not stupid. I mean, gambling is stupid, but I don't do the type of money I used to do. It's not there to do it. As the boss, if I told her to stop drinking, she would kick the shit out of me. David, back then, I wasn't the same woman. I wasn't the same woman. Today,
I wasn't the same.
If Dan told me to stop drinking or to stop gambling, you would, all right, later, bitches. I don't care about that, you know, because I think he respects it because he's got to trust me, you know. What's the worst you've ever, what's the most I've ever won? Well, Dan's won bigger things.
Won and lost big.
He's won and lost very big. He used to, the 20 grand jackpot was a big one for him on the video poker, a $5 machine. You are Goodman. Gambling is a form of recreation. Well, if you have the money to do it, Kim, there's a lot of people I see in there, and I'm like, should you be gambling? You need a traveling buddy. I know my neighbor wants a traveling buddy. How old are you? He's like, my husband would never stand there. Anyhow, let's see. Christy, I did get your email yesterday. I meant to respond back. I will have some time later if you want to chat. I'm totally down for that if you're still here, Christy. Dan has a lot of, Dan is busy this afternoon in court. He's got to go to a couple different courts. So I don't know how Ed's going to be, but we can try to talk if you want. Yeah, well, no, you know, he was a different man. You know, he likes to project a lot of his issues on me, and it gets me mad because it wasn't the same way for me, you know. And he says, yes, it was. No, it wasn't. You know, no, it wasn't. Do I watch Yellowstone? Yes. Thanks, Bree. So, yeah, I can shoot you a text or whatever and then say, if you're available, you can call. It's hard for me when Ed's, you know, if he's cycling in a mood, so we'll do the best we can. Yeah, you know, William, I do my best. And, you know, honestly, you guys, I've busted my ass for this family. You know, not just Dan, you know, and our kids, right? I busted my ass for my husband. I have put in a lot of work and a lot of time and supported him in times that looking back, I don't know if I was this way today. I don't know if I would have been able to, I don't know if we would be together because I take no prisoners at this point. You know, I had more weakness, insecurities, and I was super naive. Today, I would probably say, get the fuck out, you know, and put my foot down. So maybe it was a good, you know, things work out for a reason. Maybe it was good, you know, that I was the way I was back then, because 27 years later, through thick and thin, we've been here and we're still here. And, you know, I did it, and I still am sacrificing for him. If you think about it, you know, people don't realize like how much I do, and it's not for people to realize, but I'm now sacrificing for him with his dad. I've always done this shit for my husband. I've always put myself last to support him in everything he's done. Starting a new business, right? Quitting my job and staying home to raise the kids and to do those things, right? Take care of everything because he couldn't do it. Putting up with the shenanigans of him, you know, not being there, leaving and letting me deal with all the shit. And the addiction years and putting up with that crap and having to take care of everything. And then, you know, the heart attack. And then, you know, dealing with the finances and trying to make things work. And him not working once again. And then fast forward to his dad, you know, fast forward to his dad. So now in my life, nobody's going to tell me what to do. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. And so, anyhow. We all struggle. Handsome dog, it's normal. Like, if you don't struggle, is there something? Do you have something? I feel like if you're not struggling at some points in your relationship, is it even worth it? Like, what are we living two separate lives? I don't know. So hard times make you stronger for sure. Yeah. His dad and your stepdad. Yeah, but what does that matter, Susan? People want to throw that in there. My stepdad, what's the point of that? He's my father-in-law. People have to realize that I've never looked at him as my stepdad. People want to put it in there for their own being. I'm sacrificing for Dan, right? I'm not sacrificing for my stepfather, because if you know anything about my relationship with him, it was shit, and I didn't know him anything. I'm sacrificing for my husband. I'm sacrificing for my husband because my husband wanted his father here. End of story. I hate when people are all passive aggressive about that, because they think obviously she thinks something's wrong with it. Why do you got to do that, Susan? I know who he is, right? I don't need you to put that in there. For what reason? Hate? To prove a point? Y'all get over that. I'm sacrificing myself for my husband. My husband. Initially. Abby, so, doesn't know. Yeah, right? January, it's like, oh, just in case anybody didn't know. Let me just put that in there so people can ask questions for her, because I'm just being ugly. So, Dan knew. And Abby, once again, I'm going to tell you how amazing his mom is. When, because Joanne, if anybody knows, Joanne knows, right? She knows. She lived it. She knew my story. And she said, when Dan said, we're going to try Dad here to help Mark out, she said, don't you dare do that to your wife. Don't you dare do that to your wife. Right? Don't you dare do that to what? That's not fair to do it to her. That was Joanne, once again, coming to my rescue and saying, totally unfair. I wouldn't do it. I would tell you to fuck off. And you can't expect her to be okay with it, and you can't expect her to make it work because of what she did. So, come on. If that doesn't tell you, I don't know what else tells you. But I tried for my husband. I tried. And it was horrible. He knew. And he understood those difficulties in that moment. And he was worried because it wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good. And Mark nor Dan wanted to be the one to choose to put their father in a home and die, right? Because he would have been dead. I did it, Susan, if you're still here watching. It's funny how you've just become quiet. I did it for my husband, and luckily my husband had some wherewithal, got me sucked into the social media, and here he is 4 years later. 4 years later. Doing it and not loving every minute of it. I'm not loving every minute of it. Did you hear me? I'm not loving every minute of it. I don't want to take care of him today. I didn't want to do it yesterday or the day before, I have days like that. And that's why I count the days to go on vacation. And that's right now is getting me through, right? That's what's getting me through these next couple days, because I'm PMSing, right? I'm PMSing. And my hormones are surging right now. And it makes it harder on me. Here it is, I'm right there with you. Yeah, and Danielle, thank you. And that's why I tell people the truth, right? I tell people the truth. Because if I didn't tell people the truth, what's the point of even talking? What's the point of even talking, right? And what's the point of reaching out to caregivers if you can't admit your faults? You can't admit the truth behind the day. That's me. That's my coping way, right? And I don't want to paint this picture for y'all and make you think that you are an anomaly and make you feel bad for thinking the way you do. No, not every day is unicorn farts and rainbows. And sometimes, I wake up thinking, fuck, right? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this today. I'm already waking up with that negative attitude, So I believe it's important for me to tell you the truth because it helps those of you feeling the same goddamn way. And yes, I said goddamn. So Dan is busy today. He has to leave me all afternoon. And what is the worst time for Ed? The afternoon. So, then that's why Brad people don't like me. Because I say too much TMI, or, you're making us look bad, and no, I don't think that way. Oh, shut the fuck up. Yes, you do. So I'm doing it. I'm still doing it. Was I mad yesterday giving him a shower? Yes, because I didn't want to give him a shower. I didn't want to do it. I'm on vacation. I don't want to do it. Yes, and there's those days, but guess what? I'm still doing it. I still shaved him. I'm still assessing, looking, making sure everything's normal as he's in the shower. I'm looking for things that need to be, paid attention to. I'm cutting his nails. I'm putting cologne on him. I'm putting deodorant on him. I'm lotioning him up, and he loves it. He sits there like this. He sits there like this. Ooh, what's that? What's that lotion? Oh, that's nice. I know it's nice, right? Even when I'm not feeling nice, I'm still doing nice things for him because that's what you do as a caregiver. That's what you do, Just because I'm having a shite day, I still don't I don't take it away from him, and those nice moments he enjoys. He loves that hand massage. He loves that hand massage. He loves to be his head scrubbed, He loves all those things. And I'm not going to take that away from him. So if you start, do it bridge from the nose, release, called fire breathing, SCU. But who cares for us caregivers? Ourselves. The only people who cares for us caregivers is ourselves. You should know that. Come on. Julie, I know it's hard. Why can't he put lotion on himself? Because he wouldn't. He wouldn't. And he makes him look better when I doctor him up, Who doesn't love a hand massage? He wouldn't do it. He's never worn deodorant in his whole entire life. The minute I started taking care of him in the shower is when I started doing the deodorant. He never wore deodorant. Ever. Dan wouldn't put it on him. Dan didn't give him lotion. And I put cologne on him. He's never worn cologne. Dan is a lawyer, so you get paid to be his caregiver. I do? Where do I get paid? Where do I get paid? I don't get paid. I mean, if you want to say I get paid, I do it. Maybe I get paid from doing social media. But shit, that's not even enough. You know, it's not even enough for I do. There's no amount of money that makes our job better. Worth it. Come on, you guys. There's no amount of money. I mean, when he has it drove me crazy. Yes, I have a friend on here whose sister moved away 2.5 hours just recently, so she could help out so nicely with her mom. So I do those things because he wouldn't have done it. I do those things because Dan doesn't do it. I do those things because if I'm doing that, I'm doing it the way I want it done, right? I'm a mom, right? Hi, Arnold. Yes, Lala, I did. I'm a mom. We pay attention to the fine details. I even do his nose. I'm trying to clip Dan's nose hairs right now. He won't let me. Ed sits there. He moves his face around for me, you know? Yes, and my kids, if somebody takes care of me, even if it's not my kids, they better tell whoever is taking care of me to pluck my fucking mustache, to pluck my fucking eyebrows, to make sure I don't have a 70s bush, although I think we lose it by then, you know? I want cologne, right? I still want to look right. Anyhow. But, you know, that's I do it. And that's why people are like, I don't understand why Dan doesn't shower his father. Why? Well, what about Ed's dignity? Is that what we worry about at his age with the disease he has? Is dignity? You guys, come on. Come on. And I do it better. Why wouldn't he not want me to do it? You know? Dan didn't do him right. And it was yelling, you know, because he can't hear. Dan's frustrated. Ed's frustrated because he can't hear. Dan's yelling, shouting, everything's a mess. Dan's standing 5 feet away from the shower like this. It wasn't an enjoyable moment. It wasn't an enjoyable moment. So now I made his shower times enjoyable, whether I'm in a bad mood or not. It's hard. It sure is hard. It sure is hard. Dignity, yes, I am keeping his dignity at hold. It doesn't matter. I put everything on him and I make him look good. I keep his sideburns. I like the sideburns on Eddie. You know, I shave him every other day when he gets a shower. I clip his toenails. You know, I try to make him look a little spiffy. I'm always looking at shoes to buy him too, because I'm like, it's like a dress-up doll, you know? But I worry. You can't because he trips, but that's why I shower him. That's why I've taken over the shower. Does everything? No, he doesn't think I'm his mom. No. I mean, sometimes he might confuse me with my mom. Sometimes he may call me Janice. He actually, it's funny you said that. Andrew was on the couch last night. I don't know if Dan even heard it last night because Dan was snoring. But I heard Andrew say last night, he was talking to Grandpa because he was out downstairs. And he said, I could hear him. I woke up to Janice, you know. And I hear Andrew go, Grandpa, Janice is dead, you know. Because he said, where's Janice? He came out looking for Janice. And I heard Grandpa Andrew say, Grandpa, I'm your grandson. Dan's my dad. You know, you live here with my dad and me and my mom. And who's your mom? Who's your dad? You know, but where's Janice? And I heard him ask for Janice a couple times yesterday. So it's sad, you know, but it's not frequent and he forgets, you know, so he goes back to bed. All right, I'll go back to bed. You get some rest too, okay? He doesn't make the connection. It's sad. Yeah, he's asked for, like yesterday, I didn't even play the game, you know. I didn't even play the game yesterday. Sometimes we brush it off. Yesterday I was like, Bill's dead, Ed. He's dead? Yes, you know, and he argued with me. And I said, Ed, I can't tell you anything more than the truth. You can believe me, you don't have to believe me, but you have memory loss. I don't have memory loss. You have memory loss. I would remember something like that. No, you have dementia, Ed. I don't have dementia. I said, all right, well, then conversation's over. You know, conversation's over. If you don't, I mean, what do you want me to say? You know, sometimes he does argue, and then I say conversation's over, you know? If you don't want to listen to what I'm telling you, then we're not talking about it anymore. Plain and simple. All right, I understand what you're doing, but he's really dead? Yes, Ed, he's dead. You know, somebody looking in might not like that, or may not like the way I'm describing it, but that's how it's done here, you know? Oh, hi, Steffi. So, yeah, and then 5 minutes later, people, I know I see your paid caregiver question 50,000 fucking times. Here's the thing with the paid caregiver. Ed has money, right? Saved for important times. Getting a paid caregiver is not something that is just easy to do or our decision alone. We've talked about it. I've talked about it. I've asked for it. Then we went on vacation a couple times. We're going on vacation again. It'll come at some point. Yeah, it'll come at some point. But I'm very particular. I don't just want willy-nilly people in my house, you know? I don't need to spend hundreds of dollars for a nurse right now. I need just somebody I can trust, somebody who can just sit and keep me occupied, and for right now. And I haven't found the right person yet, you know? So I right now don't need anything intense. I just need a couple hours, maybe a couple days a week. But, you know, it is what it is, you guys. It's not something, you know, when you're dealing with, you don't know what his future is going to hold, you know? You don't know. So it's not as easy, and there's a family of people. Not that I care, because it's really, they're not doing anything. It's me who's doing it, and if I want a fucking caregiver, I'm gonna do it. But no, you can't get paid, you guys. I've looked into many different things to see if we could work the system a little bit to get some reprieve. But when you have certain assets, both parties, come on. Yeah, I need that money. And Mindy, that's what we do. I mean, we're not just going to use his money nilly-willy just because we need a couple hours break here and there. You think it feels different because it's not your actual parent. It's not your actual dad. Do I even want to touch that question? The less you have, the more you get. Yeah. And the more you have with both parties, you don't get anything. Yeah. So here's the thing. Jay Laurel, I don't know if you really know the truth behind me, but my mom and Ed were married. So my situation's completely different, right, than most people. So when people say, well, you're not the daughter, you're just the daughter-in-law. No, I'm more than that, right? I mean, I've been with him for 45 years. So I know how he works. I know his in and outs. I know how to get through to him. I know how our relationship, you know, our dynamics work. And I know what works for him and me, because I've been around him for so long. So, it's hard for me to answer that question because of the fact that I can't really speak on that because I'm not a daughter-in-law. You know, I am more than that. So, now speaking from a friend who was here, right, who has a mom who has dementia, and she doesn't do anything or allow herself to have any time. She's just recently in the last 2 years come to visit me once a year. She feels obligated to do everything because it's not her husband's parents. So she does have a little bit of guilt with having her mother there, right? So she comes in with all of the, no, I'll do it. I don't want to leave. I don't want to burden people with, you know, because it's my mom. So I feel like I need to do it, right? Which is completely unselfless of her, but also ridiculous because she does have a family that would help out. Her son, you know, and her husband, whatever. I think it's important, but she also feels that burden, and she doesn't want to make anybody feel any other way. So that's the hard part, right? That's the hard part when you're dealing with that. Is it hard for the person who's not your parent? Probably. I'm sure with anybody, it's hard to deal with somebody, but it is what it is. And if you have a person who's there to support you, relish in it because it's fucking hard. And I'm sure there's thoughts in his head, you know, about, you know, whatever,
you know, because it's normal. It's normal. And Lala come to live with us because she's always has something to say. And oh no, yeah. So yeah, your mom. Yes, my mom was married to Ed. Ed. Yeah, I don't want anybody to do like if I had somebody come in the house just to allow me and Dan to do whatever, work in the yard for me and not be disrupted, or Dan saying, hey, I got to go here, keep an eye on my dad, those types of things. I would just need somebody to do the basic stuff. Just sit with him, watch him when he goes to the bathroom, feed him if, you know, whatever I've prepared. But I wouldn't want anybody touching Ed, like in the shower or anything like that. That's my job. I'm very weird about stuff like that, and I don't trust people. So they literally would just babysit, you know, keep him entertained. My mom was not a side chick, no. Mm-mm. Oh, thanks, Sam. Yes, he remembers me because I've been around him for 45 years. He remembers me. Sometimes, hey, Guaco, sometimes you hear him say, I've known you ever since you were a little girl. Yeah. Yeah. I'm literally have been one of his kids, right? In his mind, because we've known each other for so long. Yeah. Bye, Janet. Yeah, Danielle, because I lived with him longer than Dan has. I mean, think about it. I spent most of my adult years with Ed. Dan didn't even get all that time with him. So, yeah. But you got to remember, we didn't have a relationship when I was that age, right? Our relationship really started forming when he moved in my house. Yeah, figure that out. So, yeah. No, he wasn't sweet, Angie. He was not sweet. He was not sweet. Luckily, Ed changed for the better, or else he wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been able to do it. He knows me more than he knows Dan. Honestly, who does he remember all the time? Me, Joanne. Come on. So you should be thankful for you. Yeah. So, you know, manifest. I hope so too. I hope so. You know, that was like Ed having another baby, even though we weren't, you know, we do have the best name. So yeah, no, he wasn't nice. He was controlling. He was, you know, stubborn, all those things. He's still stubborn as an ox sometimes. And sometimes, you know, like the control he had over me. And it's funny because Dan always laughs because Dan's like, now you got the control. That's right. That's right. You're in my house now. I face painted in my garden yesterday. Oh shit, Chatty, fuck. Did he and my mom have a good marriage? No. Yeah, so, and it's funny because people hate that I say mine, right? But with Ed, you have to be specific because he controls based on his power, right? He controls based on his power. So when he thinks this is his house, he won't listen to me, right? He won't listen to me. And when I have to say, this is my house, my rules, what? This is your house. I don't own it. No, you don't own it. All right. I'll sit down. So you have to sometimes exhibit that control, or he wants the control, right? And then he'll start bossing you around. One time he charged us rent because, you know, he was that way because when it's his house and he thinks he's paying for the bills, he's not the nicest. What are you eating? You can't, well, I guess you could have it, you know? I would think you have to. Bye, Mart. Yeah, you have to. You have to be very, you know, she always has to insert her dominance and her power. Yeah. Because when Ed's in that frame of mind, you have to show him that you're the boss, not him. So, yeah. And he's stubborn. Like, he fights me. Sometimes he'll get in my face. Ed, sit down, like yesterday. My pin in the door wasn't in there, and all of a sudden I'm talking and I see him going out the door, right? And it's 110. I'm running, and I'm like, no, you got to come back in, you know? You got to come back in. And he's fighting me to go outside. You know, he's fighting me to go outside. No, I want to go outside. I'm like, you got to come back in, Ed. It's too hot. I want to go outside. I said, my house, my rules. Get inside. This is your house. You know, we're tug of war out here. I said, yeah, it's my house. All right, all right, all right, all right. And he came back inside. But he can be a stubborn ass. I'm supposed to take away all the qualities. No.
Those are the good moments.
What?
When he's like that. That means he's doing well.
Yeah, he was fighting me too. He was pulling. I'm like, you know, one little thing. If I let go of his hand right now, he would go flying and break a hip.
Yeah. When what she's talking about, when she's less than patient with him, or you know, gets snipey with him, sometimes it re-triggers their old interaction pattern, their old relationship, and he gets really feisty with her. He goes back to the way he was. I see it differently than her. You know, she's angry at the time, but that means he's doing well.
Well,
when he's like that, that's a, you know, for me, I like it when he's feisty and fights back, because
you guys have
that
to
means he's doing
remember,
well.
I have a relationship with that man.
Phil.
You know, I have a relationship with that man. I've had one for so long.
Much longer than me.
And we go back and forth, you
I
know?
went years without really seeing him much at all. But from the time my parents got divorced, I was completely
Crime
different.
junkie. I'm frustrated. No shit. It's part of the fucking journey is being
And
frustrated.
you know, that person's been making comments the whole time. Why
No
are you
shit.
responding to
Because
it?
it's
I'm just saying.
leave. That's how you do it. My channel, my show, I do what I want to. You don't like it, get the fuck out. I'm telling you like I tell the trolls. Like it, love it, or don't, or get the fuck out.
I can't leave on that note.
Well,
I can't just
I mean,
get directed
well,
out.
don't tell me what to do and how
I'm
to
not
do
telling
it.
you what to do.
Yes,
I'm
you
just saying,
did.
and don't get upset over somebody that's been beating at you for an hour.
Nope. She wasn't. You're eating out. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. You're not welcome back. Get the fuck out of my space. See? And then he tells me what I'm thinking. Was I irritated? No. I wasn't fucking irritated.
That wasn't what I said.
I never speak to my mouse that way. Oh, Sarah, you must be a perfect individual. Did you all hear that? Sarah would never talk to her spouse that way. Wow, y'all, let's take notes from Sarah.
Just because they do it differently doesn't mean it's bad. People can have different ways.
Tell that to Sarah.
She should give you the same respect.
Get out. You look hot and ridiculous. Get out.
I look hot. And you're like,
Temperature. Get inside. Out of my space. I've talked to mine worse. She must be Amish. Right? Oh my God, I could never talk to my husband that way. Shit. My
how do you know
God.
She speaks with an accent?
Poor
How do you know she speaks with
Dan.
an accent?
Poor Dan. And he's not leaving either. He was a podiatrist. Maura says, Danielle, you treat Dan way better than I would.
You said that.
Don't worry about it. My channel, my viewers. Get out.
I'm here and you're here.
And who has
Does
to
that
take
make a
and who has
our
to,
show?
and who has to take care of your dad today? We got to do something with those gosh darn nose hairs because they're driving me nuts. You cannot go to court looking like that today.
By the way, what am I going to do?
We're going to trim them.
Oh, my nose hairs I can deal with.
Yeah, and the other stuff we need to fix before court.
It's unfixable.
It's fixable.
Candace.
Don't play Candace.
Unfixable. You realize what kind of harassment I'm getting online now? I mean, I look in the mirror and I'm afraid. I'm getting bullied online for my looks.
And you're making
people are bullying me for my looks. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
She never bullied people.
Well, we
for their
need to
looks.
go in and fix that up. What time are you leaving?
I gotta leave about 12:30.
Okay.
Maybe 1 o'clock.
We need to fix that
Okay,
because we can fix it a little bit.
we can fix it. Unfixable.
Carissa, it was for Alzheimer's, raising money.
Yes, and I'm wearing the shirt right now. Thank you for everyone who donated yesterday.
The
I got
nasal hairs,
emails.
I can't.
Let me.
Look at this is the nasal hair. I look at him and I'm like, I can't. The tarantula legs coming out the nose is driving me nuts.
Thank you, Andrea. That was very nice.
34? You're just a baby. It's a walrus.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Maria. Thank you very much.
You guys, remember, you guys lay off of his looks.
Thank
you
you,
guys.
Beth. Thank you very much for your
He
donation
did it
to the
to
Alzheimer's
raise
Association.
money for Alzheimer's. This isn't not something we wanted to do for shits and giggles. Trust me. I keep my eyes closed. Yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca. W. Another Rebecca. 2 Rebeccas today. Very good.
So let's just
Thank
honor
you, Mary. Again, that was very generous. Thank you for your donations. The link is in my bio, directly to the Alzheimer's Association.
Ellen. What's Ellen saying? I missed it. Damn it.
Ellen DeGeneres?
I missed it.
Is she on here? Hi, Ellen.
No, I missed it. You can giggle. I mean, it's okay to giggle, but people are mean to him. I'm like, God, you guys are so mean. Let's remember he did this for a good cause, to raise money for Alzheimer's, for future, is Ellen Allison with 1 L? Probably. You know, he did this to raise money for Alzheimer's, for our generation, for future generations, and for, you know, their futures. So let's remember that was to raise money, to look foolish and raise money. Now I'm trying to do the Speedo to raise more money. Is there a line for that? I don't know. Thanks, Pam. Togo's is not that great anymore, Danny. Togo's fucking sucks now. I think Marco's to Togo's more than we do. Hi, Sherry. Shari. How are you? Sherry. Yeah. No, I wanted to do it in Vegas. Ellen got the cancel for being a biatch, yeah. Allison with 1 L. Was she Ellen with 1 L? Maybe it's the 1 L thing. I have 2 L's in my name, so I'm kind. No. Nobody wants to see Dan in a Speedo. What did she say? I missed it.
Stay there. Down carefully.
Be careful. Coda, stay. I see her ears on the back.
Nice out. It is nice out, Pop. We'll walk down the mailbox before it gets too hot.
Pull up his pants.
Straight that way.
Oh, there's Danielle.
There's Danielle. You remember her?
I do. I remember Danielle. I think I've seen her before.
I
See?
think you've seen her
Oh,
before,
boy,
too.
the warmth feels good.
It's very warm.
See, he remembers me.
Yeah.
You can show him.
But they had all this. No.
So that's all. It's a bike. It's a treadmill.
Your weight.
Shit.
Weights and everything there, Pop.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
Let's go down and check the mail. Let's get some steps really quick, Pop.
Check the mail?
Yep, we'll check the mail.
Okay. I don't have a key.
That's all right.
It's good that he's taking, hi, Kesha. Bye, David. Have a good one. He does always remember me. Why is that? We've used the belt since the fall, Meredith, about 9 months ago. Yeah. When him and Dan fell, we've used the belt. Yep. To it 13 years ago. Yeah. It's a great cause, Joy. So I have a lot of people who do, who donate also for their, you know, their people, and also put Ed's name on there. So, you know, in remembrance and future help, and I don't know. Going to get the mail, although it's not there. Yeah, so we've been using that gate belts for the 9 months. When my friend on my Zoom, Elves, she's like, Danielle, we used to put this belt, you know, about you tweet Dan. Oh, Vincy, thank you. See? This is the nice comments that make my day. I'm sorry for my negative comments about how you treat Dan. Now I have more context, I understand. We're just having fun. You know, honestly, you know, that's what people need to realize about me and, no, this is 35 pounds. Check me out. Hi, Mikey. That's the thing with he participates with me. You know, you guys, that should be a lesson to you. You know, like, that's just our way. You know, people want to criticize our way of our relationship, and it's not bad. We love each other. That's just the way we do it. It doesn't make it bad, right? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he sees me again.
She's working.
Yeah, she's working there. She's doing exercise.
Yep.
That's okay, Danielle.
Thank you, Ed. Hi in Cape Town.
Sue.
We're doing our exercise right now, Pop.
Yeah, he does. But you know what he does, 80s,
Yeah.
is
We'll go right in
he
now.
just he
Power
won't
right
open
up
them.
that step.
So all I do is I open them
Power
for
that
him because
step.
he'll just put them in his room.
Boom. I'll get this. Get back. Get back. Get back.
No, because I've been in his life for a long fucking time, you know, in a brothel. No, Ed could not go to Vegas. You know, it's 125 fucking thousand billion degrees. Yeah, he doesn't, because you guys, I mean, I've been a part of Ed's life since I was 4 or 5, you know? I mean, he's known me for a long time. The history between us is unfathomable. I mean, we have history together, major history. You know what I mean? So we trigger each other. I still trigger him, y'all. Well, like yesterday when I was trying to tell him to get his ass inside, and he's pissing me off and I'm pissing him off, and we're arguing like it was back in the days, you know? And then once I said, it's my house, all right, I'll listen to you. It's fine. It doesn't, you know, you guys got to stop looking at things from your perspective. Everybody has their own dynamic and their own way and their own relationship. My relationship with Ed has changed tremendously into a more amiable relationship, right? More amiable. We didn't talk, you know? Oh, Candace. Yes, Janice was my mom. Yeah, so that's it. And my relationship with my husband is just that. He's a pain in the ass. He's a pain in the ass. He's got ADHD. You know, he's poking at me in the morning time. I poke back in my own way. And that's how we deal with each other. You know, that's it. What's wrong with that? You've been around Ed longer than Dan. Yes, I've been around. No, I only drink these because these only have 80 milligrams of caffeine. Did he have a relationship with, well, he was married to my mom. So yes, they had a relationship. He's my pain in the ass. Danielle, want to sit that close to me? No, and then if you saw it last night, he said, I'm not going to bite as he walked by me, you know? What are my eatings? Ask me when I get back on the good eating habits, Allison, and then we'll talk. Right now, don't ask. It's not good. He's my husband. I'm so proud. Yes. Why is this hornet always in here? Write a book. It's funny you should say that. I have a friend who I've met on social media, and she publishes and she writes. So we are actually going to talk about that today, maybe. I hate the new hair. I hate the new hair. I put a pillow over my head this morning. I put a pillow over my head. I did. My hair is falling out like crazy, you guys. I'm probably gonna be bald. I put a pillow over my head. And I'm not joking. So thank you for the blesses. It was for fun, for fundraising. It was for Alzheimer's. He's trying to. So yes. So I'm going to talk about writing my book. Yeah. I think it'd be fun. You know, why not? I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to do, but in their house, no dementia. I'm 6 years old. It's exhausting. Yeah. My own household too. It's hard, especially when you have your own household. I mean, my household doesn't stop because Ed's here, you know? That's the hard thing is I still have to, and I'm still busy. Like last night, Jen calls me. I'm reading my book in bed with my book light. And I see Jen calling me like at 9:15. Dan is an attorney. I'm like, fuck, I'm half asleep. And, you know, I was like, I got to make sure she's okay, right? And he's hanging in there, Heather. He's hanging in there. And so I pick up, and she's alive. She had her she did her mock trial yesterday. And so she picked up her suits. She got, I mean, I don't know nothing. I was like more worried about the suits. And she's like, well, Mom, can I finish my story? And I was like, well, you didn't tell me you got your suits tailored. You know, the suits that I bought, she got them tailored. She's like, yes, Mom, I picked them up. And then went straight to, I took them in last week. And then I took them in, I picked them up right after work. I got dressed and I went and did my mock trial. So this was her mock trial, whatever it is. I'm not an attorney, I don't know. Anyhow, so, you know, she's so exuberant. She's like, I killed it. Mom, it was so great. And you can hear the enthusiasm, right? So I put her on speakerphone. And it makes me so happy, you know, it makes me so happy. She's so happy and she's thriving, you know. And who does she call? You know, she doesn't want to call me any time during the week. She doesn't let me know about her suits that I fucking bought, or, hey, Mom, I'm taking them to the thing. You know, I'll probably see the fucking bill on my credit card, you know, but still, she calls me when she's up and high, you know. And I'm still asking about the suits. Well, Mom, they're fine. Well, how about the jacket? Now how to get that taken in. Let me tell my story. And so she did. And I put her on speakerphone, PX, because I knew that he would enjoy it more. I mean, I'm just feeding off of her, right? Her excitement. And I guess she had the best, the people, whoever, teacher, and they said Jennifer, she was the last one to do it. So she was like, I was fucking nervous, but I pretty much kept everything the same, but I changed a couple things that other people were getting dinged on. And she's like, that's the way to do it. So that's the way to do it, you know? And so she got high accolades. So she's like, I know I passed the class. It was a pass-fail. So yeah, let the donations roll in. The rebuttal. She had the rebuttal. There's Dan. Because I don't know anything about it. I was just so excited because she was excited. And so, yeah, so she was just, you could hear her, she's just that enthusiasm, and, you know, it got Dan excited too. And, you know, like Dan said after we got off the phone, he was trying to have a celebratory shenanigan for Mom and Dad because she was so excited. Let's celebrate Jennifer's success by having sex. He wants to turn everything into an advantage for him, right? Anyway, I was like, get out of here. That's weird. Nonetheless, you know, he's like, I can't wait. One of my highest things is I want to be in the courtroom one day. He's like, I'm hanging out hope that one of these days I will be in the courtroom with Jennifer. Yeah, let's celebrate Jennifer's success. Let's have some sex. He was still trying to, yeah. So those are my moments. You know, I tell you guys, Jennifer doesn't always call. The suits, she got Theory. She ordered from Theory. So a couple of the advices she got, since this is her first suit, that she had to buy. Yeah, and so you order them kind of a size bigger, and then you get them tailored so that way they fit you. So she had everything. She got one blazer. She got one jacket, 2 pants, and a couple of shirts. Expensive, but you know, you have to, it's actually a decent, I thought it was going to cost about what it did. So, and Mom and Dad paid for that because she doesn't have any money. You guys, she's working a full-time job, making decent living, and she's trying to pay for school, and Mom and Dad are trying to help her as much as possible. She doesn't come out with any debt, right? We want our kids to be able to get into the real world and not have debt to pay off, you know, and they can just start making money and start saving and doing all those things. So you guys, I love those moments when she calls me, because we don't talk a lot because she's busy, and, you know, I just text her. Like this weekend, I was like, are you alive? You know, I do a health check. You know, did you go do anything for 4th of July? No, she was prepping for this, this oral argument, whatever Dan said. And a couple things. So now she has one more essay. She has an essay to do, and then she's done with summer school. And summer school kicked her ass because it was expensive. And she took 2 classes. So that kind of put her behind financially. So yeah, that's why I'm broke, because all my money goes to that rebuttal. Thank you. So I love it that she calls her mom, and her dad, because I know she knows that I'm gonna put her on speakerphone. So he was excited. That makes him happy and makes him proud. Those are the moments now. Those are the moments. And I'm glad she chooses to share those. I'm glad. It makes me feel happy for her, and I'm happy that she's happy. She's a tough one. And so I'm happy she's thriving, you guys. I mean, other than when she had a good soccer game, right? And she exceeded her expectations and everybody else's, and she was just high, like, that's right, I'm a badass bitch. She struggles with, certain things in life. And, to see her finally, older, of course, she grows and she matures, and to see her flourish, and to see her, I could cry, because that's all you want for your kids, is you want them to find something that gives them happiness. And she loves where she works, loves Abby, damn them, loves where she works. She loves what she's doing. She loves school. She loves, being good at something. And, she has the power of her mind. Her mind's she takes after her dad. I mean, she really is. She's articulate. She can really make good arguments. She's, smart when she really puts her mind to it. She's coasting through school a little bit. She's coasted. And I always remind her, imagine if you put your mind to something, you would have straight A's, but you're coasting. She does the bare minimum, like her father. She hates when I say that too. She hates when I say that. But she is her father. They just get through life doing the bare minimum. But she's different. Yeah, she's flourishing, and I think she's going to be a good attorney. Yeah. I'm proud of her because she's found her passion. She's found her passion. And there's nothing more you want for your kids than to find what they love, to do what they love, and to be happy while doing it. So far, right? She's not really doing it, but she's been at this law firm for 2 years now. And most likely she'll get a job there if she passes the bar. She loves it. She's thriving in it. She loves the attorneys, And I think it's a good fit for her. It's a good fit for her. So I love it. And it makes me feel proud. It makes her dad feel proud, Share those moments, brag. Not much you can brag about sometimes, but with that, I'm happy for her. It's rewarding, It's rewarding. Yeah, and that's Dan's biggest thing. Dan's like, I just would love to be, and he's like, that's why I'm hanging on. He's like, I'm hanging on because I would love one day to just be in the courtroom together, He doesn't want very many things in life. He wanted a Porsche. He bought it 20 years ago, He wanted a nice house on land. He bought it. We bought it 19 years ago. He wanted to see his daughters play on the same soccer field. He got that. That was his whole, I want to say that. So anyhow, very few things he wants in life, and he wants to be in the courtroom with his daughter. So good question. Good question. Side by side or opposing, I don't know. So as far as the death notice about Ed wasn't about Ed, you guys. You just made me decide to go get a boat. What? What? How does that make you decide to get a boat? Because my daughter's going to make money one of these days. Thank you, Danielle. I just came by and you reassured me I'm going to buy my boat today. Well, okay. It wasn't, you guys, what the fuck? That was so random. Shari, what the fuck? The best day of a boat purchase is the first day and the day you sell it. Isn't that how it goes? Oh, you said he bought it. Who bought what? Did I say something? I never get to buy anything anymore. No, I can't buy anything. You can't buy anything. By the way, the video was not about Grandpa. Just because the guys have the same name, Dan and Dan, there was no Ed in there. Y'all. Oh, bought the Porsche. Got it. It was like what did I say? I didn't buy anything. Yes. He bought the house. He bought the Porsche. What else did I say? He doesn't really buy very much. He's not one for wanting. He's never, one time he bought some nice suits, Zegna suit and Emiliano Zegna and a Dolce & Gabbana suit. That was back in the day when he felt like he needed to show off a little bit. He still hasn't, can't fit into him, but you know, you can't give him away because he'll never buy that shit again. He'll never buy a Porsche again. He said, this is the first and last time I will ever buy a Porsche. Oh, the daughter's playing on the field, yeah. And I'm here for, you know, for it all, you know. I want a new car, can't get one. Kids suck all my money away. You know, I would love a new bag, can't buy that because, you know, my kids suck all my money away. I'm too worried about, you know, let me tell you something. Yes, I went to college, Allison. Shame on you for asking that question. Just kidding. I did go. I got a degree. I forgot. Allison made me lose my train of thought. And she's Allison with two L's. Oh, I'm the one. Let me tell you, you guys think I'm so nice and I'm an enabler? I'm going to tell you something. You want a new Subi? I want a new car. I don't know if I want a new Subi, but I just want a new car. My Subi's making weird shit and sounds, and I don't know. I'm like, abort the mission. He has a 2004 911 special edition. Yeah, it's special. It's like numbered too. It's like they only made so many of them. I said the kids should have, this is what I said a long time ago. And Dan and I agreed all of a sudden. And now he's, you know, going back. Yeah, I can't buy. Me too, Nath. Okay. Anyhow, I'm the one who says, no, you know, we agreed on undergrad. We agreed on undergrad. And we would pay for that, right? And anything above and beyond that is on their own. Now, guess what? Now, you want to know what now? Dan's like, no, if we can help them in any way we can so they don't graduate. That wasn't the plan, Dan. The plan was they were going to get Allison child development. I was going for a teacher, and I hated every minute of it, so I didn't finish my degree. I didn't finish my credential. I finished my 4-year degree, 4 years child development. Perfect for my household. You know what I mean? Dan, it's Dan the enabler. He bitches at me. And he's like, well, I want to help them. If I can't help them, I'm going to help them because I don't want them to have loans when they get out of school. I want them to be able to work and start saving for a house. Saving. I don't want them to have any loans. Now, who's the enabler? The plan was undergrad only. And everything else is their responsibility. No. If we can help, we're going to help. So I was all for them getting a loan. And even now, I tell Jennifer, just get a small loan out. Mom, it's like 27%. I'm not doing that. Hey, do you have any money? I need help. So this is why I can't afford anything. I gotta sit here and pray that I make tips and people will join my subscriptions. So anyhow, I guess I can do without, you know. I would be nice and driving around, and now I gotta drive this stick shift. Fucking hate that stick shift. Y'all, I'm dying in it. It hurts my bunions. I'm too old. Yeah. Gotta help. That's why I'm poor. That's why when Dan says, have you saved for taxes? No. Have you saved for retirement? No. How can I do all that? I can't. Make Dan take. He can't. I can barely get out of the damn Porsche. How's Dan gonna get out of it with those bellies and those moves? No, you can't give them a loan because they ain't paying that loan back. Yeah. What year are my cars? My Porsche, because it's my car now, is a 2004. Our Acura TSX is a 2011. The Subi is a 2019. That's right. All old cars. Yeah, 2019. It's 5 years old. Yep, 5 years old. Now, old Danielle used to get a new car every 2 to 3 years. Old Danielle. Yes, Andrew drives the TSX, the 2011 TSX. So basically, the TSX is a tongue twister. We bought in 2011, brand new, because it was a commuter car. Because gas was up for the first time to $5 a gallon. I had an expedition, and taking the kids to and from soccer practice was costing us a fortune. So it was cheaper to buy a new car, have a car payment, and pay for gas than it was to drive the expedition. So we got the 2011 Acura because I wanted something sporty if I was driving it, right? And then, and we knew Jennifer was going to drive in 4 years. So then Jennifer got the car. She beat the shit out of it. And Andrew, so we owe Andrew a car because he got Jennifer's car. I paid Jennifer for the car. Don't ask. To give her a down payment for her car so Andrew could have a car. But it's anyhow, it doesn't make any sense, I know. But Jennifer needed a down payment. So I got the car back and gave Jennifer a down payment to get a new car. So Andrew wanted a truck. But at the time, even old trucks, he wants an old truck. He loves old Fords. But the problem is like when he started driving at 16, how old is he? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, almost 4 years ago, trucks were astronomical. They still are. Even the old 10-year-old trucks wanted ridiculous prices for them, right? So Andrew technically never got a car. So, because it was too expensive to buy a car. Because the trucks. So, anyhow, this TSX is a beast. It's a beast. My TSX, we've had it for how long? Is it 10 years old? 2011? Someone do the math? No, it's not 10 years old. It's like, what's the math on that? 2021. Yeah, it's 13, 14 years old. 13 years. 14 years old. That thing has never been in shop. It had to have brakes, of course. It's had a couple like little minor fixes, but yeah, 13 years old. No, it's the longest car other than the Porsche. Yeah, Mar, we give a lot to our kids. Our kids are very fortunate. And even when Dan wasn't working for the last 5 years, I was gonna text you, girl. I was scared. Evie was giving us updates. Oh my God. Is your house still okay? My girl was in Houston, so she got plummeted by the tornado, or the hurricane, whatever the fuck it is. Tornado, hurricane, all the mixture, the rains, the floods, anything bad. Did the house survive? Well, I'll call you later, or send me a voice message, girl. Tell me how everything went. Yes, down fenced, tree uprooted, but that's it. That's good if that's it. I was worried about the roof. I was worried about the construction. I was worried about the leaks. I was worried about everything, right? How's Deb doing? She's doing good. And that's okay, Kathy. You know, that's okay. You don't have to do it. This is my tattoo. Yeah, that's crazy, right? I mean, I'm so glad. I was gonna text you, but Elvie said you weren't getting texts, so I was like, well, hopefully she'll alert me when she's fine. Yes, it hurt. Watch my lingo. You are too much sometimes. Well, fucking Mickey, you don't have to be here. If I'm too much sometimes, you don't have to be here. It's okay. You don't hurt my fucking feelings. Shit, why are people coming on here telling? Do you know that I'm 50 years old? I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't need people who don't know me to tell me how to be. Hi, DB, how are you? J for Jennifer, H for Hannah, A for Andrew. So it's my kids. Who are the people that come on and tell grown-ass people what to do? Don't do that. Okay, I'm going to listen to you. Fuck off. Suck a bag of dicks. You know? Shit. I'm direct? Yeah. Why fucking beat around the bush? This is me. You like me or you love me or you don't. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. But it is what it is, you know? It's better to be truthful and real than fake as fuck. Is that what? Yeah. So some people are like, well, that accent is fake. But is it? Is it fake? Is my accent fake? You know, I was conceived and born in Nashville, Tennessee. I have every right to talk like this than any Southerner. There's Nashvilleian in my blood. My family's still in fucking Nashville. You should, hey, Roni, how's the vagina today? Did you make it? Subscriber lives I do on TikTok and YouTube. But let me tell you something about the TikTok. I have still not heard anything from my advocate that I'm supposed to have. So just be safe. Just be safe and do YouTube if you can. Chatting, so all you Nashvilleians know. Why is it crazy to think Grandpa would pay rent? Because he wants us to pay him rent if he thinks he owns the house. Is that crazy? I'm gonna pay fucking Grandpa rent in my own fucking house? Fucking, what the fuck? The fuck is wrong with people? The accent comes and goes. So the accent actually came back after when I came back 2 years ago from Nashville with the Rona. The accent made it back. However, the accent always comes when I'm talking to my family, right? The accent was always there. Even my mom, when she talked to her sisters, I would laugh, right? I would giggle because I was like, Mama, you sound like you're a Nashvilleian. She's like, well, you know how that goes when you're talking to your relatives from Nashville. Every time I get, when I'm talking with my brothers, it just comes out because that's me. It's who I am. So my accent comes and goes, hey chats, because it just is. But the character came one day, and Lisa was one of the people who it came to. I called her because she was checking on me, making sure I was fine with the Rona. And I just started talking in a Southern drawl, and I said, holy shit, I think I have a side effect of getting the Rona in Nashville, and that is my accent. I don't know why the hell I'm speaking like this, but I sure as hell am. I guess we're going to call her Miss Rona. Oh, hi, Penny. And so really that's how it started. And then Miss Rona came out when she was sassy, you know. She still comes out when she's sassy. But mostly sometimes it's just interconnected. I don't know. Sometimes my kids are like, Mom, what are you doing? I'm like, what? Why are you talking like that? Like what? Like you're on a live. Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah. And then my friend Christine, I sent her a thing too. And she was like, I said, yes, and I am talking with a Southern accent, not to make fun, but Miss Rona is back. Miss Rona's here. Yeah, so anyhow, she's here and she gets it more when she's sassy as fuck. I like it. Yes, you can tell the Canadians, you can tell the Michigandiers, yeah. You can see it. We are triplets. Remember, you were the first call with Miss Rona, girl. You were the first call. She was Lisa Ramsey. She sure was. Anyhow, all right, you guys, I think there it is. J for Jennifer, H for Hannah, and A for Andrew. Look at me, bitch. Oh, I got more piercings. Did you know that, girl? I got two, I call them sprinkles. I call them sprinkles. They're right up here. I got two of them right there. Yep, got them too. So I did this, yeah, because I wanted that. I got the conch a month ago, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and then I got those two sprinkles. I've been wanting those for so long, and I got it. No, I can do piercings. Piercings are not my thing. So when everything heals over here, I'm going to get this done because I need to off balance my ears. But easy, the conch. Not the cooch, but the conch. Don't get it connect. Lisa, when I told her I got the conch, she thought I said the cooch. No, the cooch is not getting pierced. She doesn't like to be touched, so she's not getting pierced. Because the only reason you get a cooch piercing is to be touched. Yeah, no. You want a portrait? Oh, girl, let me tell you. I am afraid. Did you see my video? Did you watch the whole 4 minutes of it? Because I was in pain. My feet were sweating. There was foot indentations in my shoes from the sweat that was pouring off of them. My vagina My vagina was also sweat. There was literally, you know how my coochie sweats? There was literally a pool of sweat on the chair after I got up because I was sweating. I want the date too, Christy, but I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm really scared about the date. I don't have a migraine, but they said that is, you were disgusted? Oh my gosh. Glenn watched 1 minute and he was disgusted, y'all. Wow. That's what it takes to be disgusted? Shit. 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 Disgusting. So I'm gonna try to do this helix, but I'm scared because it pops. Yeah. And once you know it pops, it just kind of scares me a little bit. So yeah, I'm getting all tatted. Yep. I'm getting tatted. I'm getting pierced in my 50s. That's what I got laid in 892. Hey, I'm getting tatted and pierced. That's my new profession. The tatted and the piercer. 50. You know, at least with piercings, you can. I only have one more tattoo, and then that's it. I'm done. I'm getting my niece and nephews on my back. I'm gonna do my back of my neck, because I like to hide, you know, what I want. I like to show or hide if I need it. And the piercings, you can just remove them, you know, easy. So I saw somebody with a piercing right here too. That was pretty badass. So I don't know. Thanks, Marcella. I appreciate that you're older than me and you like my genuinity, my genuinalities. You know what I mean? No, piercing and eyebrows piercing. I hope that's it. Yeah, wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do my nose. I've had for like 10 years. It's been, I forget about it, that it's there. Most people are like, oh my God, aren't you a little too old for that? For what? Your piercing. Which one? Your nose. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't remember it's there, you know? So shit, y'all, be badasses. You know, we live such a long time in our lives to be pussyfoots. Oh, I can't do that. Shit. People are going to look at me all funny and shit. I can't do that. I got an image to, you know, I got an image to uphold. Fuck that shit. Now I'm like, YOLO, let's do it, girl. Lisa, if you want to get a tattoo, oh, sorry, I'm showing the wrong arm. If you want to get a tattoo, a piercing in Vegas, let's do it. I'll go with you. We're past our prime for nose piercings. Fuck them. Did you say to fuck off? Fuck off. Fuck you. Suck a bag of dicks. That's what you should have told them. Yeah, I don't care anymore. So, YOLO, I'm doing it. Dan doesn't want that. Somebody's like, well, I thought you said Dan didn't want you to do it. $10 tattoos in Vegas? The hell? Roni, $10 tattoos, scary. But all right, let's do it. I'm gonna get a slot machine. Yeah, let's do more. I'll go with you. She's 75 and got her nose pierced. Good for her. I bet my mama would have done it too. It's fun. Roni's in Vegas, Lisa. She's saying $10 tattoos. Video on TT making them apologize. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, tell them to fuck off. It's my kids' names. JHA. Jennifer, Hannah, Andrew. And let me tell you, this bitch hurt the worst, and she is the biggest pain in the ass. I thought the A hurt. No, this one did. And then I have my mommy's initial right here. What's your email? Yes, it's Chaka by Fremont. Uh-oh, Roni's sending us some digits. Roni, Mrs. D. Sal NorCal 3. So take my handle name, add a 3 at gmail.com. How many times have you beat up Dan? Daily. Is that a problem? Oh, Penny. On the top of my ear. Yeah, I have this one. This one's kind of, you know, it is. This one took like years to heal. I've had this one for years, and it took like 3 to heal. No, Dan would never get a tattoo. He respects his body. Yeah. So, anyhow. All right, you guys, I gotta go. I don't really have much to do today because Dan's leaving. You didn't think it was painful? My God, I sweated. My vagina was leaking. My feet were spritzing. Yeah, I'm just a mess, y'all. Oh, joyful, I'm glad. But I love it. I think this is badass. There's something about the wrist tattoos that I think are badass. The conch didn't hurt. You guys, I can pierce like the best of. I mean, they don't hurt. I'm like, it doesn't hurt, and they have been relatively easy to heal. I haven't even been salt watering them, and they're fine. My tattoo is my kids' initials. Yeah. And then I'm going to get, I felt like they were giving me shit because I was going to get the niece and the nephews before them. And they were like, Mom, we're your kids. Why aren't we getting anything? Because you're old and ugly and you cost me too much money. And the niece and nephews are cute and they're young. And then they made me feel bad. So they're like, oh my God, that's lame. Mom's getting them before us. So then I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. It's good. I use dial soap on them. That's wonderful. Why is A tattoo the smallest? Because he's the baby. It's A. Because it's all lowercase. That's why. Oh, went too deep. Infection chance. There's always an infection. Yeah. But it's been, I clean them. I mean, but I did this one really good. This one I haven't because they're like really good. I still clean them. With dial soap, the gold bar. Oh, Rhonda, I'm glad. Plus you can send the niece and nephew home. Yes, I can. And I don't have to pay anything for them. So I'm going to do that one on the back of my neck, I think. So me and Rocky are going to do their mother, or we're going to do matching tattoos. Isn't that cute? Sister-in-law, because we're besties. And I love, no, I didn't do that myself. The conch was super easy. Super wonderful. And can I just say, I'm losing a limb? Shari. My ear's gonna fall off. Stop it, girl. Stop it. Stop it. Somebody told me United's wheels have been falling off, and now I'm like, Melissa, why are you telling me that? A lot of us are flying into Vegas this week, and nobody likes landing in Vegas when it's 5,000 degrees outside. Because the fucking turbulence you get into going to Vegas when it's 5,000 degrees is not fun. So y'all buckle up, and I do not want a wheel falling off. Fuck. Yeah. United, or one of them, has been losing wheels. How are you losing a wheel? How do you lose a fucking wheel? Y'all do the maintenance right and tighten up those fucking wheels and tighten up those fucking doors. You know what I mean? Hi, Leanne. Yeah. Well, make sure the wheels are tight, Lisa, before you take off. What is happening? Yes, Muffy was on us telling today. Look, I'm itching. I'm flying American in Chattanooga. Yeah, well, good. It's United. You better, what's going, you better speak to the pilot and say, sir, ma'am, whoever you are, can we have a double torque on the wheels down below? Make sure they're torqued good, if you know what I mean. Speak to the pilots. Lisa, and put me on FaceTime if you have to. I'll take care of them. We are not losing. And you don't hear. And then the other friend, Tony, was like, how many of you? Yeah, losing a limb, Shari. Shari's like, you're going to lose a limb. I'm more worried about my fucking tires falling off on fucking plane when I land in Vegas, Shari, than losing my ear. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm more worried about the flying up in the air and the landing than I am my earlobe falling off. And if I miss the earlobe, nobody doesn't have to look at it. I can fucking put a thing on it. They didn't torque it. You guys, you gotta torque. Not twerk, you gotta torque. Maybe they're out there twerking and that's why they're not torquing. And then you got my friend going, remember, why you don't hear anything about Spirit and Frontier? Spirit and Frontier, we don't got to worry about the wheels falling off or the doors falling off. We're good. Yeah, because they don't fly as much as these other fucking airplanes. That's why. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're on the Spirit. I'm on the Frontier one way and the Spirit the other way. Wish us luck. Because they never fly. Ah! Where's Roni? Roni, can you see the airport from where you're at, girl? Are the planes landing? Do you see any fires on the runway? That's all I need to know. Are we gonna melt and combust and burn up as our fucking metal fucking beast is landing? Are the tires gonna pop off? Are they gonna blow because of the heat on the fucking shit? Well, let me tell you, I'm flying Spirit one way and Frontier the other. And I bought insurance. I never buy insurance. Don't feel down. They're all good down here. Okay, 10-4. Roni, she's our eyes in the sky for me, you know? She's my eyes in the sky. I'll be checking in Friday morning before we leave, girl. You better be on super early because I need to make sure there has been no catastrophic events happening before, right? And then you're going to watch me land, right? I'll tell you the time and you watch. Mar, I know. Why is it people want to talk about crashes and fucking wheels the day before you fly? That was my friend Muffy. Yeah. Fuck. So, Roni. I see you coming, girl. You landed. I see you. See you on the streets. Yeah. Let's get our $10 tattoos. Let's do it. I'm in. Shit. Anyway, all right. I said I was gonna go. Why do you watch why planes crash before? What the fuck, are you a glutton for punishment? Hell no. Je pars un petit peu. Je pars un petit peu. I'm paid up on the catastrophic. You know, what the fuck was fucker flying out for? And then leaving his family to brace the hurricane by themselves. What the hell, we're going to talk about that? I'm going to send him a text message. What was he thinking? What? I was on the trip the other day and the left engine stopped working. What airline were you on? What? Is it too hot? It just stops working. It's like overheating in the Death Valley or something. Shit. Thanks, Manifest. What the hell? Is it safe? Is it Shari with her bad news? My ear's falling off. Did you hear that? Is it going to fall off before Vegas or after? Girl, now you got me tripping. You know I'm a hypochondriac, right? You know airplanes stress me out. You know. What about my ear, though? No, I'm not driving in my car for it to explode halfway through Death Valley. And I can't even make it to Vegas. I'd rather risk an hour flight and landing and make it. It depends. You say goodbye to everybody when you want to fly. Oh, shit! I gotta say goodbye to everybody. That makes me nervous. I ain't saying goodbye. I'm proving a point. I ain't saying goodbye. I do, Michelle. I cook. Well, I wanna fly over the. I wanna be over the wing, a wing and a prayer. No, I don't want to talk about this anymore. These are on my link tree. These are free people dupes. I'll show you around when you get here to Vegas. We'll be on Fremont Street. Look for us. I know you guys are all pussies, those of you who can't go. It's fun. I was just having fun, Ace. We will survive the flight. What flight? Oh. Casa Amigos. Casas Amigos. What was the tequila I fed you the last time? I'll make sure I'll get better stuff this time. We will survive. So, okay, here's the thing. For all you Vegas people, all the people checking in on Thursday night, specify that you want to all be connected. Like, if we are like double rooms, or I want like all of us to have connecting rooms. Wouldn't that be cool? And we can all open it up and just talk and shit. So y'all need to say we all want to stay by the Salingers, and so have them, yes, Roxanne. And if you do, you guys email me because we'll be there. Yeah, but you got to do it when you get there. So do it, because if I'm not with you guys, I'm not spending any time with you guys. So I'm just saying, y'all don't want to be a part of this, then I'm not going to be a part of you. There you have it. Yep, there you have it. Hi, Jill. Bye, Jill. FOMO. I know, because I'm one of those people that I love slumber parties. I love slumber parties. I'm still 50, and I love my room doors open with people so we can sit and chat. Now, Tam, not so much. But I'm like, what you guys doing? Are you dressed? I'm like a little kid when Tony and Chris were there. And then Donna was staying across the way. But I was like, are you guys up? Who's up? Hi. What you doing? I love that. I love that. It's my favorite thing to do. I want to be up in the morning with everybody. I want to see everybody's morning faces. So, no, you'll see some stuff. You'll see some stuff. Anyhow, this is my Tennessee hat. Speaking of Tennessee. That's right. Tighten up, baby. Tighten up, baby. So yes, if you are in Vegas, or if you're a short trip to Vegas, email me, mrsdcellnorcal3@gmail.com. We have a Vegas chat going right now for everybody who's going to be there, so we can keep everybody posted on the shenanigans. So if you were just in town, Roni, if you just want to come by, obviously she lives there, meet up with us. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's have some fun, right? I don't know, Rhonda. I don't know how they're going to be today. Let me check. It's going to be 99 today. Oh, it's a low day for us. I like that. So Lola, about 16, I think, ish, that I know of for sure. For sure. Anyhow, no, we're staying at the Nugget. So anybody, if you know, yeah, starting to drive. We're staying at the Nugget. So if anybody's there and want to just try to find us, it's really not that big, right? And we'll probably be inside. So going to the moon. Yeah. We're going to be at the Nugget. So meet us downtown on Fremont Street, and I'll be the one making headlines by sweating and pissing as I go on the zip line. That's right. Anyhow. All right. Love you guys. Remember, you guys are important. You matter, and you're worthy, and your feelings are just that, yours. Stop telling people, like your husband, to tell you how you feel and what you're trying to feel and what that means. And you really don't feel that way, but this is how you really felt. Fuck that shit. I'm telling you how I feel. Like it, love it, or don't. I don't care. But I'm saying, don't take away my feelings because you think something otherwise, right? He does that to me all the time. Have a good day. I will try to do a subscriber live, member live today, for all you people who have joined the membership on YouTube and the subscription on TikTok. So hang tight. I'll see you later. Don't let anybody take away your sparkle today. Fight through a smile and try to get your shit done. That's all I'm going to say. Love you.